Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now today is a special video because so many people overlook this area of health and well-being on their journey to welcoming wellness. Now, I found out this the hard way, and it was really the last step that I focused on during my health journey. So I don't want you to make the same mistake because this really should be the first place that you start. Now, when we look at the 3 pillars of health, this is by far the number one area that you need to focus on before you start your health journey. Before you start to welcome wellness into your life, this is it. This is the starting point. Now, what we're going to talk about today is your mental wellness, your mental health, mindfulness, and your mindset. The most simple way to explain this is your thoughts, your emotions, actually cause a physiological effect in the body. Like, just think about a time that you were nervous when you had butterflies in your stomach. That is basically your thoughts and your emotions, nervousness, creating a physical effect in the body, which is your digestive system's a little upset and it's tight and you're anxious. And it's absolutely phenomenal that a thought or an emotion has the power to change your body. Now, it has the power to change your body for the better, but also for the worst as well. So knowing that is obviously step one, but what you think you become, right? So you've got to be really careful what you think about, how positive you are. Now, that is easier said than done because when you have gut health issues, a lot of people do struggle with their mental health. And purely because your brain and your gut actually talk to each other through the vagus nerve. Now, it sounds a bit crazy, but your gut bugs, your gut bacteria, your gut microbiome actually produce neurotransmitters, and it goes up to the brain and communicates that way. Now, serotonin, like 80 or 90% of serotonin is actually made in the gut. So having control, having a better mindset, a better mental health does go hand in hand to healing your gut. So it's a really good place to start. So stress is something that we all know exists, and it's a very silent issue. I feel like people say, oh yeah, stress management is super important, but no one really knows how stressed they are or how to manage their stress. It's a really gray area. One of the ways that I like to manage my stress, because I do get stressed quite a lot, quite easily, I find that for me personally, I know when my body is stressed. I can feel it. I have this like jittery energy, which is basically cortisol, which is your stress hormone. I can feel that like raging through me. So when I feel that way, I make time. I actually make time to go somewhere quiet, sit and take 10 deep breaths, because it really does calm the nervous system and help to manage that stress. Now, you don't need to tell people about this. You can just go into the toilet, put the lid down and sit on the toilet and have 10 big deep breaths. No one is going to question you. But actually learning the feelings of stress, if you are stressed, and how to manage that stress is super important. Now, getting control over your emotional and mental wellness is very difficult because, again, there's no way to measure it. It's like a slow outcome. So having a very strong routine or a habit or some way that you can include positive emotions into your day, it sounds so stupid, but it is so simple and it's free. And the reason that people don't do this is because it's free. There's no pressure. There's no way for them to be forced to do this. It's up to you to take control to do these things. So one of the ways that you can control your emotions, your emotional and your mental well-being, is by journaling. Now, I personally don't journal as such. I've tried it. It doesn't really work for me, but what I like to do is I meditate and then I write down the thoughts and emotions from that meditation, whatever pops up. So if you look back over this book or notepad that I have, it's just like mumbo jumbo, because it's like, I like to write down if I was feeling grateful today, or if I was feeling stressed, or if I was upset. I just write it down and it gets out of my head and onto a piece of paper. And I don't even reread it. It's that process of getting it out of your head. It just feels this like sense of relief. It's amazing. You should definitely try that. Now, for me, that's personally emotional and mental control, but you know, give it a go. If you like to journal, by all means, start journaling. If you have a notepad that you just want to scribble down pieces of paper, if you want to scribble down emotions on, go for it. If meditation's enough for you, I find that it took me a really, really long time to actually meditate, and I tried for years and years and years, but actually making it a consistent practice was when I started to see results from it. And everybody says that, and they say it for a reason because it's true. So you really need to, if you're gonna practice meditation, you need to do it either daily or do it a couple of days a week to see results. Now, I find that kind of rolls into the next one, which is focus, because meditation really does help with your presence and your focus. And again, it's so difficult because you can't measure this. It's like a slow build up, and then one day you're like, I guess meditation does work. But it takes years to get there. So having focus is important. When you're on a health journey, there are ups, there are downs, there are bad days, there are good days, there are like rock bottom days, there are symptom relapses, and having focus is really going to help you through that. And the way to focus is having a clear why. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this for someone? Are you doing this for your family? Are you doing this for you? What is the reason? Define the reason. So in our workbook below, you can download that for free. We do have a 2-page kind of like questionnaire which helps you define your why. And it's really, really good to try if you struggle with focus or consistency. Now, scientifically, meditation and mindful practices have been shown to lower inflammation in the body, lower stress, so like lower your cortisol levels. It really helps to switch your nervous system into a more restful state. And when you're in that restful state, it actually allows for healing within the body. Now, this is really important because Welcoming Wellness is all about gut health. Now, when you're in the fight or flight response, which is a very stressed state, your body skips a lot of really important processes. So things like digestion, fertility, and also healing. So actually making sure you are in that restful state at periods throughout the day or the week is really, really important to allow healing to happen. And especially if you do struggle with mental health, because as I mentioned, your mind, your brain, and your gut are so closely connected. Actually having a good mindful practice is going to help healing happen. Mindfulness practices could be anything from doing some stretching in the morning. It could be doing some yoga. It could be going for a walk. And it could be going for a meditation style walk. So a walk without earphones, or a walk with very calming music. It could be sitting on the couch listening to rain. Like, it could be anything. Now, one of the practices that I like to do is I've started painting. So I like to do watercolor, and I don't get to do it very often, but that is technically a mindful practice because you're focusing and you're calm. So it is a really, really great example. Even doing something like a hobby. If there is something that you absolutely love, then go do that. And that can be classed as your mindful practice. So hopefully this does give you some ideas on how you can include mindful practices and how important your mental well-being is to your healing journey. So you can welcome wellness into your life and actually enjoy your life without all these horrible symptoms, and also give you focus on why you are doing this. So if you did like this video, please give us a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And also, as I mentioned, we do have a free workbook below. So click the link down below and you can start on your roadmap to welcoming wellness. It encompasses the 3 pillars of health, so your mind, your body, and your gut health. And it also has a little workbook included to help you map out how you're going to achieve those things in your life.